expressed by Rodney Monker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2017. All rights are reserved.
The role of a woman in the society is to submit. Birth control are the pills of the devil. Education is so fundamental to the development of a people. I'm murderous. Simple as that. What am I voting for? Voting will change nothing.
Tout le monde haïtien, como yé. God save the Queen.
Broadcasting live from ILTV Studios here in Nassau, Bahamas, and also broadcasting live on 105.3 FM, The Beat. Welcome to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. I'm a Justice of the Peace here in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And of course, I'm a member of the local Catholic Christian community. I have with me Brother Ras Denero Thompson. Ras, welcome to Freedom March.
Mr. Monker, thank you so much. Always a pleasure to be here on Freedom March, also on 105.3 The Beat. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, there's breaking news taking place here in Nassau. At about 5 a.m. this morning, the Immigration Department and the Royal Bahamas Police Force launched a massive raid of the Joe Farrington Haitian community. By the time it was over, the police confiscated a number of items, one of which
Good.
I do not believe that the police nor the Immigration Department had a right to confiscate. They had a right to confiscate the gun. They have a right to confiscate the drugs. But there's something else that they took that I thought that the police and the Immigration Department were idle to do so. And I demand that they take it back. I want the police and the Immigration Department to deal with the rule of law. If you're raiding the Haitian community, you move those things that are illegal. Guns are illegal, drugs are illegal, but the other item of a sexual nature, it is disgusting that the police and the Immigration Department would move it. It's not your business what the Haitian do with it. It's not your business.
What was it, Mr. Monker?
I'm not going to tell you it right now. All right? So to members of the Haitian community who complain to me, as soon as I am not able to laugh over it, I will condemn the police and the Immigration Department for doing it. I want law enforcement to know that when you are carrying out the law, you deal with matters involving the law. And anything else that you may see that does not constitute a criminal offense, while you might think it is a joke, you shouldn't interfere with it. It's just amazing.
You don't want to say what it was? What it was?
I started off as Haitian Daddy tried to explain to me what it was. It took me a long time to figure out what it is.
I saw the pictures circulating. It was like this long thing wrapped. It was wrapped around in plastic.
And
That's what you're talking about?
No, that's drugs.
Oh, okay, that's drug. Okay.
The police has a right to move drugs. Mm-hmm. They have a right to move guns. Mm-hmm. But the third thing is despicable. Goodness of mercy. Oh boy. I would laugh if I tell you. I'm going to see if I can tell you. Go back to the Haitian community and take that dildo back. is Freedom March. I'll be right back after the break.
Freedom March with Rodney Monker will be right back after this. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live on ILTV Studios TV station. And of course, we are broadcasting live on 105.3 FM, The Beat. Please spread the word. Text it. WhatsApp it.
WhatsApp, tweet, Snapchat, Instagram, everything.
Let them know that the Justice of the Peace, Rodney Monker, is now on radio. Would you believe that the FNM is threatening me about the radio? They think I is play. Okay? But Ross is here with us, Ross De Niro Thompson. Do you have a nice scripture for me?
Mr. Monk, I do. As we continue our Lenten journey, I want to share the parable of the Good Samaritan. On one occasion, an expert in the law stood up to test Jesus. Teacher, he asks, what must I do to inherit eternal life? What is written in the law, he said. He replied, how do you read it? He answered, love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your strength, and with all your mind, and love your neighbor as yourself. You have answered correctly, Jesus said. Do this, and you will live. But he wanted to justify himself, so he asked Jesus, and who is my neighbor? In Jesus' reply, he said, a man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho when he was attacked by robbers. They stripped him of his clothing, beat him, and went away, leaving him half dead. A priest happened to be going down the same road, and when he saw the man, he passed on the other side. So too a Levite, when he came to the place and saw him, also passed on the other side. But a Samaritan, as he traveled, came to where the man was, and when he saw him, he took pity on him. He went to him and bandaged his wounds, pouring on oil and wine. Then he put the man on his own donkey, brought him to an inn, and took care of him. The next day he gave the innkeeper some money, and said to him, look after him, and when I return, I will reimburse you for any extra expense you may have. Jesus asked, which of these three do you think was a good neighbor to the man who fell into the hands of the robbers? The expert in the law said, the one who had mercy on him. Jesus said, go and do likewise. This ends scripture reading, Mr. Monker.
I thank you, Ross De Niro Thompson. Well, folks, there's breaking news coming out of Gladstone Road. According to the Negro editor of the Nassau Guardian, Candia Dames, she, at about 1:40 p.m. this afternoon on her Facebook, issued a notice to the public telling us that police were investigating a sharp breaking on Gladstone Road, and a Negro man, believed to be a security officer, was found there murdered. So that is the latest taking place. A murder discovered on Gladstone Road, according to the Facebook page of Candia Dames, the Negro editor of the Nassau Guardian. And according to Miss Dames, foul play is suspected. She said that is what the police has informed the public. So a security officer is found murdered at a seafood processing center on Gladstone Road. So the murder continues.
The carnage continues, Mr. Monker.
The carnage continues.
Wow.
And then this morning, very early in the morning, the police and immigration, led by Candia's boyfriend brother, they led a major raid on Joe Farrington Road. What's the matter, Ross?
Nothing.
A major raid. And when it was all over, they found a big gun. They found drugs. And then, of course, they found a sexual object. What's the matter, man?
You have to keep bringing that up.
Cut this up, I see. Right? leaving members of the community extremely upset. And I was notified. I said, the police read, and I accept the argument that the police have a right to confiscate illegal weapons and drugs. But certainly that object, the police has no right to confiscate it. Because to the best of my knowledge, it is not against the law. And I call on the Commissioner of Police to have it returned. It's wicked.
So they confiscated the item.
Yes.
Was it a part of the any criminal activities that were taking place in the back there?
Well, essentially, according to my people who informed me, immigration and the police carried out a major raid on Joe Farrington Road.
Which is good.
Right? Culminating in the discovery of a very long gun, lots of drugs, all right? And then the sex object. And I think that the government is idle. All right? Come on, if you're raiding, you confiscate those things that are against the law. And to the best of my knowledge, that is something that is not against the law. And there are people who are upset. Okay? I'm not going to talk about it any further because I do find it amusing. And had I not been given access to the confidential information, I would not have believed it. But I was fortunate to be able to see precisely what took place. And I think it is wrong. It sounds jokey, but it's not a joke.
One thing
I warned the police and the immigration. If you go into the Haitian community, you find something that is unlawful, that is what you move. Any other thing that is not against the law, please do not move it.
Now, Master Malka, some person says no surprise that they found drugs and guns in that Haitian community, because the theory is that that's where the guns and drugs is coming from Haiti.
Well, guns
on those Haitian sloops.
Well, guns are coming from Haiti and drugs are coming from Haiti, but drugs is not principally confined to the Haitian village. Drugs is all over the Bahamas. And don't forget, in more recent time, the FNM has given a signal to those who are using drugs that the government is willing to make it legal. All right? So yes, the facts are drugs has been found, principally marijuana. Lots of marijuana and a lot of marijuana that was already wrapped. Okay? So under those circumstances, the police has the lawful authority to confiscate. Gun was found. The police has the authority to seize the gun, and also those persons who might have been found in possession of those activities. But I condemn them. Ras, come man, stop laughing.
Malka, man, why are you laughing?
I condemn them. They have no right to move a dildo. Right?
Someone asked on Facebook if maybe that size was illegal.
They have no right to do that.
Okay.
All right? I don't want them to do that. That's very unfair because people have complained to me. That's how I know. Don't forget now, the Haitian people are my people. All right? Only seize those things that are unlawful. Well, the controversy continues. It is my understanding that the Attorney General, Carl Bettel, spoke to the news today, telling the media that it is not the decision or the intention of Prime Minister Hubert Minnis to appoint a substantive holder to the office of Chief Justice. Carl Bettel, as you are aware, is an arrogant Negro man. The Attorney General, I understand, argues that the appointment of an acting Chief Justice is not unconstitutional, and therefore the Minnis administration is not in a rush to name a Chief Justice. Let me repeat it again. It is my understanding that Carl Bettel has told the media that the office of an acting Chief Justice is not unconstitutional, that it is not the intention of the Minnis administration to immediately name a Chief Justice. Well, which is what we suspected, that Carl has been giving Minnis bad advice because Carl wants to be the Attorney General. Well, Carl, since you want to, not be, goodness me, Carl wants to be the Chief Justice. You must follow my logic, so when I'm saying the wrong thing, you can correct me.
Absolutely.
Carl Bettel is the Attorney General. He wants to be the Chief Justice. Carl, I'm opposed to you being the Chief Justice because you ain't give my sister-daughter her share of the estate yet. I think I can tell my sister-daughter to sue you to make sure you don't become the Chief Justice. But that is what is taking place. So we now know that Minnis is still being guided by Carl Bettel. No one has said that the naming of a person as the acting Chief Justice is unconstitutional. We're not saying that. We say it creates the wrong impression. Wayne Monroe has already threatened that when he goes before the acting Chief Justice, Stephen Isaac, he will raise a major constitutional point with the acting Chief Justice. He will say to him, I have some concern that because you have not been confirmed in this substantive office, I have some concern. But then Carl has always been a disappointment. Hubert Ingram is disappointed in him, you know. Papa is disappointed because it was Hubert Ingram who told me how Carl Bettel, the Attorney General, and Smith, what is Smith's name?
Which Smith?
Fred Smith.
Fred Smith QC.
That they both had an agreement on John Charles. And Mr. Ingram told me that when it was all over, somebody lied. Papa's asked me to figure out who the liar is. You hear me? But Carl, you could continue to undermine the administration of justice. Revolutions always began when the administration of justice, the judiciary, implodes. That is when chaos develops in your society. But go ahead and do what you want to do. Go ahead. I have license to build a case against you. And I can let you know, Hubert Ingram is with me. Because Papa is not pleased. And Papa has given me his blessing to go after you. All right? So I'm coming after you. But the greater news taking place in the country is this gamester, Peter Kruger. Krieger. Mr. Kruger and the Prime Minister have signed this agreement. And more information is coming out every day that Minnis and his government, oh boy, I don't know how to say it. I hate to call the Prime Minister dumb because
Don't call him dumb.
Okay, Ross Emerson called the Prime Minister dumb. But I hate to call the Prime Minister dumb. But when you look at what they're doing, their actions are dumb. But we know that the Prime Minister is not dumb. And a man taught me many years ago that when you see educated people acting stupid, doing stupid things, signing stupid agreement, you must ask yourself, what is this game that is being played upon us and that is being perpetrated in the society? Because Minnis got education. Peter got education. Brent Simmons is smart. Right? Notwithstanding that, they have signed an agreement with a man who ripped off Clico. And Hubert Ingram caught a lot of hell over it when he told Bahamians that notwithstanding that Clico had collapsed to continue to pay the premium, Simeon Hall and a bunch of other Negro people who were in the insurance, they row and march and carry on demanding that they get paid. And out of the public treasury, the government had to take the money to pay the people. And I even ain't sure if all those people who held insurance with Clico has received all of their money. But Menace got the man here in the Bahamas. And this is the time we could catch this man. Since he's here, we could catch him. This is the man who wrecked 2 local insurance. Now Menace signed an agreement with him, and in a very, I don't know how to say it. Somebody need to help me with the words, because I want to be respectful to the office of Prime Minister. But Menace claims that he knew the man was a gangster. Can you imagine that? He knew the man had all of this scandal. Yet Menace entered into an agreement with this man. I don't know what example black leadership is setting for young black people. You know the man is a crook. The man ain't tell us yet that he has repented. This man good. Listen to me. I've met no one as good as him. You know what it is? To walk away with $10,025,000. And when they discover that you did it, it is too late to prosecute you. This man outsmarted the FBI, and there's no police force on this face of the earth that is as sophisticated and as competent as the FBI. And my brother, he got away with the $10 million. And then we know that there's a court order that prevents him from ever representing any agency. But he's the ambassador. And many of them white people can come and tell him any stupidness. It's amazing, eh? Lord have mercy on black people. Once the white man show up, you look at him, you say, boy, this is a white man. White man got nice curly hair. Who you say you is? The white man look at Menace and say, I am the ambassador. And the next thing I know, they take out paper and they sign.
Mr. Monkey, in all fairness, the Prime Minister said that the Bahamas Investment Authority did their due diligence. So that's why he said that he knew about the frame. He says that investigations were done.
Listen to me. That is not how Papa did it. Mm-hmm. Papa say, go do your due diligence. When the BIA finished, Papa then examined them.
Yeah?
Yeah, these are Negro people. They're mediocre. So whenever they come to you, you check it again. Menace was slack. All right? The Minister of Financial Services, Brent Simonet, was slack because the white man ran a good game on them. And that's what happened. And Menace was happy to sign. So we now know that this man should not have been involved in any business. And so when I come back, I'm going to look at the Nassau Guardian, because the Nassau Guardian got 1 or 2 good articles. And one of their articles demonstrates that Peter Kruger is a crooked man.
Freedom March with Rodney Monker will be right back after this. Views and comments expressed by Rodney Monker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2017. All rights are reserved.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live on ILTV Studios. And then, of course, we are on radio, 105.3 FM, The Beat. My name is Rodney Monker. Welcome once again to Freedom March. My spiritual advisor, Bradley Roll, is in the house. Bradley, welcome to Freedom March.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Monker.
How's been your day?
Well, it's all right. Not bad. You know, we're working in there, but, you know,
Well, this
hard
is
work
great.
doesn't kill anyone.
Well, before I go into the scandal of the century involving the FNM and the American man, Mr. Kruger,
Yeah.
let me look at a statement that was issued 2 days ago by the chairman of the Progressive Liberal Party. Fred Mitchell, Senator Fred Mitchell, and the statement read as follows. The PLP is pleased to note the reported announcement of the retirement of Tim Ryder, Senior Vice President, Sales of Royal Bank of Canada in the Bahamas, with effect from the 28th of February, following his reported offensive remarks about Bahamians. This is an appropriate development. Our regret is that our government did not speak up publicly to this issue in defense of Bahamians as our leader did. So that was a statement from Fred Mitchell, because Tim Ryder, he would have been the Royal Bank of Canada man who apparently say how you all can must read good.
Yeah.
So that is that. And then, of course, you remember I told you about 2 days ago that the National Insurance workers were supposed to strike. Well, Bahama Press has reported that the government agrees to pay terms of bonuses for NIB unions. So Nassau, Bahamas, Bahama Press is learning tonight that the union at NIB has reached an agreement with the minister and management. In that agreement, inked this evening, we understand NIB shall pay everyone on the new scale. Additionally, it has been agreed that all outstanding bonuses and benefits will be paid during the March pay period. Those payments, we can confirm, will be retroactive to January. This will mean workers at the board will award a withdrawal of labor, which was scheduled for Wednesday morning. So that is what Bahama Press has reported. Well, I'm happy if they have reached an agreement. And then I'll take a little, let me salute a Rastafarian prince whose birthday today. To all the Rastafarian, I send greeting. To Jah Rasta Farai, and I send greeting to Ras Philip Blyden, who celebrates his 60th birthday today. May the house of Israel bless him. May the ancestors bless him. And may his imperial majesty, Haile Sir Lassie, Jah Rastafari. I send greetings to the Nyabingis. And wherever you see Rasta Jableiden, tell him, his blessed brethren, Monka, send peace, love. And may he celebrate his 60th birthday with his daughter and her children. He's a wonderful man. And then Luby Judges. Luby, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. And then I got one friend from Big Pond, Dexter Gardner. Dexter, it's your birthday. So happy birthday to 3 great Negro men.
On mine on Sunday. So I guess you'll have to wish me happy birthday.
What date? When were you born?
February 25th.
That's your birthday?
1966, yeah. So I'll be 52 on Sunday. So we'll have a little party, I guess, either Saturday night or Monday. I don't know.
Well,
I'll decide.
Listen, don't do nothing on Saturday because I just got an invitation from the leader of the opposition.
Okay.
So you better, let's do it on Sunday.
Sunday, okay.
How does it sound?
Yeah, well, Sunday is my B-day, so.
Yeah.
But you know, Sunday is a day I dedicate to meeting with the Christians.
Okay.
You know, on the
Well,
Lord's Day. So
Well, but
maybe after.
we'll combine everything.
Yeah.
Okay?
No
and then,
problem.
of course, let me extend happy birthday to our producer. It's his 4th wedding anniversary. BJ Payne and Sophia. I bless your marriage. May Sophia remain an obedient wife who cooks, wash, and everything. And may you be the wonderful husband who's faithful and continue to love her and the children there. This is powerful. And then, of course, everybody who's celebrating a birthday and an anniversary, And then I want to salute a wonderful woman that I met in Camp Road, Miss Alberta Mackey. You think I forgot you, eh? I have not. I know that you are one of the women them, and you have accepted my leadership. And I thank the women who continue to reject gender equality and continue to reject Marion Bettel and their sinful position, talking about marital rape. So I want to do that. And then, of course, I run into a wonderful pastor. And I took some notes, and I want to deal with that quickly. Yes. To the family of the late Eartha Musgrove, deepest sympathies come from Reverend Willamay Brennan and her family. She sent her deepest sympathies. And then, of course, I want to extend a birthday, which I shall do early, to Jamal Forbes. Hey, Jamal, your birthday is on the 27th. But you know, I'm getting old and I may forget. So happy birthday is from your father, Jamal Forbes Sr., and the rest of the family then. So I just want to do that because, you know, I could get carried away and I don't want to disappoint the people then. And then Irma Albury, I met your son. Listen, he's a good young man. I'm flattered when young men present their mothers to me. And he said to me, Mr. Monker, Irma Albury is my mother, and I want you to know that she is one of the woman them. And I looked at him and I said, blessed son, bring your mom a little closer as he spoke about you in spirit. You are a wonderful woman. Irma Albury, you got a good son, okay? Take good care of him. Well, folks, having done that, my spiritual advisor, you say your birthday is Sunday.
Sunday, yes.
I think we should have a big party. What you think?
Well, we should do something.
Let's do something. Because you're a good man.
With the boys, invite some friends somewhere.
And don't forget to bring the woman
shot
down.
And shoot the breeze a bit, you know.
This is powerful.
Absolutely.
Well, folks, we come back to the politics.
No, Janice, make you sin, young man.
The politics is simply this, is that the nation is in a serious scandal. Here you have a prime minister who tells us that he knew the investor was a crook. He knew that the investor had done all kind of things. Yet he is comfortable in working with this man. This is a man who caused the country to suffer because he contributed in the collapse of CLICO. Bishop Simeon Hall and them row. Right? There were many days when I heard Bishop complaining about the insurance money. I said it quietly to myself, Lord, I hope Bishop don't go to hell. Because Bishop had this on his mind. And then he had all them women. Everywhere you go. Now Minnis has bought the same culprit who mess up CLICO. What kind of prime minister this is? How Minnis gets so mediocre? Mediocre. Or should I use the word mediocre? He's mediocre. Come on. You don't recognize a gangster? This is gangsterism. All over the newspaper. Let me show you. All right? Because I know the people in Inagua ain't got no newspaper. See? Minutes want to know what all the fuss about. This is the Tribune. You see there? That's the Prime Minister. It has not gotten into his skull yet. He does not seem to recognize what we are talking about. He has forgotten a major philosophy of the Free National Movement. What is it? It is a matter of trust. That is what the FNM told us. It is a matter of trust. And we are saying to him, we cannot trust Peter Kruger. And now Minnis is demonstrating to us, not only are we unable to trust Kruger, we cannot trust Minnis. We cannot trust Peter Turnquest. We cannot trust Brent Simonet. We can't trust them. He has forgotten the philosophy that Hubert Ingram. Oh boy, I keep making the mistake. They briefed me today, and they said to me, don't call Hubert Ingram name today. I forget. Papa, they did tell me don't call your name. They said, now hide Mr. Ingram. That's what they told me. They said, now don't call his name. So I slip, okay? So I'll be slipping all day. And I want you to know, I'm just missing and calling Mr. Ingram name. I then slip. I don't know why you always tell me don't call his name. You know, I don't remember them things. But Hubert Ingram has said, it's a matter of trust. I ain't got time for all this game. Y'all effing and brief me and don't put no bridle on me. Just give me the facts and let me just run with it. Stop telling me don't call this one name, don't call that one name, don't call the next one name. I can't remember that. All right? But I'm sorry for calling Mr. Ingram name. So, can we trust Minnis? Can we trust his good judgment? Can we trust him? No, we can't. Because Minnis does not see that there is something wrong with dealing with a man who has turned out to be the king of fraud. But he doesn't see anything wrong with that. He doesn't see anything wrong with unleashing him on the poor, suffering people in Grand Bahama. You see what we're up against? This is what I call the low of the low. When black leadership can't see it. Come on, go find another white man. America got all kind of white people. Plenty white people. Go find one who has character. That's what you do. But Minnis say he knew. Well, if you knew the man was an unsaved man, shouldn't you have told us? At least at the press conference, it would have been so transparent if Minnis said, now this is Peter Kruger. These are the various scandals he has been involved in. He took $10.25 million from the British American Insurance Company. Then Clico. When he finished with Clico, he fucks it up. Then it's transparent. Then he would tell us how there is a court judgment that prevents him from representing any other corporate entity.
Only for 7 years, though.
I don't give a penny if...
Only for 7 years.
So what is your point?
Well, my point is, let me ask you a question.
Is the 7 years up?
Yeah, of course it is. Let's see if we can strike a balance.
Let's strike a balance, my spiritual advisor.
The negotiation for this oil refinery and storage facility in Freeport, Grand Bahama, right, started under the PLP administration, didn't it? Was this non-executive ambassador?
What year?
May have been 2016.
Well, according to the Punch, it started under Papa in 2009.
Okay. Well,
now what is your now that I've said that?
So
what is your point?
What is interesting, right? Here's my point. Craig he did confess to what is called organized fraud.
At what stage of the negotiation listen to me? Mm-hmm. What stage did he confess this? While he was signing the contract?
No, this happened in 2006.
When did he confess it in the Bahamas?
Oh, well, he didn't confess it in the Bahamas.
Well, then he's a crook.
Well, Mr. Monkey, let's look at it like this, okay? Here's the point. I'm trying to defend anybody, but I just want us to look at this realistically, right? Here it is in 2006. He was found guilty. Well, he confessed to a court that he was guilty of organized fraud. All right? So the court fined him and then gave him a 7 year.
We do not call that confessing the court. He pleaded guilty.
Right, he pleaded guilty. So he was fined and then he was given a 7-year probation period, right? So during that probationary period, he was not allowed to contact or to act on behalf of any broker or financial company, right?
And
Grouping.
When did the 7 years expire?
In 2014. So
when did it expire?
2014.
Well, I'm saying to you.
But here's my point. I just want to make a quick point, right? If you follow the court order, right? The probationary period expires. What that actually means is you're released and you're good to go.
that he's released.
Yeah, yeah.
But
once he followed the terms of the court order,
Yeah.
and the probationary period,
He's free.
right?
Okay.
He can go.
But a
That's
government,
2014. That ended in 2014.
But a government who becomes aware of those factors, is it
Did
prudent?
the PLP know?
Did you hear what I just
Did
told
the
you?
PLP
I don't know what the PLP knows.
Because the now Prime Minister is saying that the former government, it didn't seem as if it was concerned for them.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Obviously, the negotiations under the former administration, they would have known these things that Mr. Krieger was faced with. So, now, where are we going with this is what I'm trying to figure out.
May I now comment?
Yeah, go ahead.
Mr. Dr. Menace came to power arguing that the PLP was corrupt. Do you agree? Why is he now relying on a party that he called corrupt? Why is it that he didn't do his due diligence himself?
He said he knew about it.
Huh?
He said he knew
Well,
about
then,
it.
if Menace knows
So
about it,
if
he should
knew,
resign.
Obviously, they did some research.
But he never told the public. At the press conference, if Menace was being transparent and accountable, he would have said to us, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Peter Kruger is a man who has been convicted for fraud. Mr. Kruger is a man who a court of law has found that he got away with $10.25 million. And when they discover it, it was too late to bring criminal prosecution against him. Is that a character that a sovereign government should be dealing with?
So I want to ask a question.
Is it?
Well,
No.
I want to make a point.
Make your
right?
point.
I want
But
to
no.
make a point. Right.
Menace is grossly irresponsible, and it is time that we force the F&M into a general election.
So there are times when we do find people who may have committed improprieties, right? And so we ask ourselves this question: can a leopard change its sport?
What is your
right?
point?
Well, my point is this.
Man, don't tell me no left. The man has demonstrated in the United States.
He may have repented. He may be a clean businessman now. He may be clean.
My spiritual advisor.
All I'm saying to you, Mr. Monica, is just something to explore and look at. I'm not trying to condemn or to release anybody.
Listen to me.
Right? But all I'm saying is that
whether or not
people
he
can
has
change.
repent,
People can change.
I'm not interested in that.
Well, okay then.
My
So
government
You got to strike a balance with the argument, though. He may have changed. So what do? You condemn the man because of his past. He has no future engagement in anything that could help because of his past. That's what you're saying. There's no blessings for him because he did some things in the past.
My spiritual advisor.
I'm just looking at it, realistically.
We are playing government. We are playing accountability and transparency. If Menace was aware that this man was an ace crook, he should have declared it to us. He should tell us. At the press conference, Menace gave him a good character report. Tell me this is a shyster, but he changed. Tell me he ran off with $10 million, but he changed. Tell me he sabotaged.
And that would satisfy you.
Yeah, but Menace concealed it. Menace is incompetent.
I don't know if you want to say concealed because the media
of mercy.
and also the Bahamas was able to go online and pull this information.
Are you
up.
listening to me? Are you listening to me?
Why you want to say? And here's another point too. Do we know what is in the heads of agreement? Do you know what is in it?
What is your point?
Let's find out
I
what's in it
don't
first.
care what is in
Let's
it.
find out what's in it first, right? And then you could
Bradley,
criticize.
Bradley,
I mean, that's my opinion.
Bradley.
I don't know what's in it. You don't know what's in it.
Bradley.
We don't know. It hasn't been tabled.
Bradley.
Go ahead.
Bradley, let's go to the high ground. You do not want your government dealing with certified crooks.
I can understand that.
Right?
I can understand that.
Menace has acted grossly irresponsible. Menace has concealed that which he claims he knows, and he's not gotten the point. He wants to know what the fuss is all about. This is a man who ran away with the British American insurance money.
And so
This is a man who sabotaged Clico, and we had to pay the people out of the public treasury. And now we bring him to reward him. And you think Menace is acting prudent? Menace is grossly irresponsible and grossly incompetent.
So I'm asking you the question. I want you to enlighten me. This non-executive ambassador, was he involved with the negotiations under the PLP? I'm asking you that.
What is your point? What is your point?
My point is this, and the PLP would have known this too, because this
Know
would have
what?
happened, that he confessed or did plead guilty
Man,
to organize.
Why are you splitting
No,
here?
I'm not splitting hairs. I'm just
Who
saying.
is the government?
Well, government's continuing.
No. Which administration's in charge of the government?
Right now?
Yeah.
The Free National Movement.
And the people of the Bahamas vote the PLP out. So don't tell me what the PLP know is immaterial.
Okay, so-
what is important is what Menace know, when he knew it, and when did he tell the public. This Negro leader ain't pick up yet. He want to know what's all the fuss about. Menace is lost. And if he's not lost, then the question arises, why is this intelligent man acting stupid? God forgive me for saying that.
So obviously we know what his past was. Obviously we know
And
that.
therefore,
So,
we end it.
What
We
now?
end it.
What is his present now? What is he now?
Listen.
is he a good businessman now?
He's not a good
Is he a good
businessman.
negotiator?
He's not a good-
Does he have any stance in his character right now?
Yes, he has.
Okay.
He's
Yeah,
been
okay.
convicted by a court in the United States.
And cannot be forgiven.
This has nothing to do with...
Well, let me ask you a
Listen to
question.
me.
You know what?
Bradley, please. This has nothing to do with forgiveness.
Here's why I use the word. Let me ask you a question.
Goodness of mercy, your Negroes or something,
Let me
eh?
ask you a question. If you introduce a young man to me to come and work on my... Let me...
Don't give me that
No,
analogy.
I just want to make a point.
Don't give me that analogy.
Can I make the point, please?
Go ahead. Oh,
You
go ahead.
introduce a young man from Black Village to me, right? To work with me in my landscaping business. But you said, listen, Bradley, this young man has had a past record. He's had some problems with the law. But I believe this young man is on the straight and narrow now. Give him an opportunity to work with your business. I think as a Christian, I should do that.
Okay.
I should do that.
Who told Menace to give this man an
Well, the government
opportunity?
made a decision that they're going to sign an HOA with him. That's the decision the government made.
And you really ain't see what is wrong with it.
Well, Mr. Monka, we'll see soon later.
Listen to me.
Well,
This man, Menace paper is the punch. You hear me? Menace and Ivan Johnson eat Chinese food together. Why are you laughing? I see them eating Chinese food. Right?
So what's your point?
And 5 billion old man is broke shyster. Senior F&M. See there? This Menace paper. Ivan Johnson recognized that Menace is punch drunk.
Well, somebody cleared the young man to sit around the table. Who cleared him?
Who young man?
Krieger. Somebody cleared him to sit
Man.
around the table with the government.
Because Menace and those are stupid. God forgive me.
Yeah, the words are sharp. You shouldn't do that.
But that's it.
I
Bradley-
can understand us being
Bradley,
emotional, but we got to be
Bradley,
careful how we address the
Bradley,
leaders in our country.
Bradley, if the leader is stupid in his performance, you have to say it.
You can't find another word out of the vocabulary, Mr. Monkey. There's so many words you can
Bill
use.
Clinton, a former president of the United States, once said, "It's the economy, stupid." And I say, Prime Minister, it is integrity, stupid. The man is a crook.
I just stick with the point that the 7-year probationary period that he's placed on, if he didn't violate it, then the court clear him, and he can now go ahead and do what he used to do before.
Swing people.
I'm just saying, he obeyed the court order.
The man is an international crook.
All right.
That's what we're saying
Well,
here.
he may not be good for business, Mr. Monica.
He's not
but,
good for business.
Well, that was just my take on that.
Yeah, but-
it's just my opinion.
Yeah, come
but
on.
we need to look at what happened during the previous negotiations. What did he sit around the table with the PLP? Or did he sit with Papa?
Why are you?
Well,
Why are you
because
trying to muddy the water?
because what we now see being revealed now would have been known back then as well.
I want you to understand something.
Mm-hmm.
Did I not come here and launch an attack in Hubert Ingram's name
Yes,
from
you
day
did.
one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, then be wise, my brother.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So let's look at what came out of the court case for this man who has swung Menace. Okay? Who swung him? Let's see. I hope this is it. Let's see. I think when we come back, I'll read it because I can't put my hand on it. My spiritual advisor got me annoyed trying to defend crooks. Menace, I want you to tie up that contract. Can't you see? The man is a shyster. Peter Kruger is an international crook. Come on, man. It's gangsterism. Somebody talk to Minister. Tell the Prime Minister he's on the wrong track. And by grab, he should turn back. This is Freedom March.
Freedom March with Rodney Monker will be right back after this. Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live on ILTV Studios here in Nassau, Bahamas. We're also broadcasting live on our new radio station, the newest baby in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, 105.3 FM, The Beat. My name is Rodney Monker. My spiritual advisor is about to cause me to lose my way. But welcome, everybody. Bradley Roll is here with me. Bradley, welcome to Freedom March.
Thank you, Mr. Monk. I'm just trying to add a little thing to the conversation. And mind you, I would concede to you that if we do our investigations and we do find out that that court order would have been broken, then it would prove then that this man is not a repentant man from the heart. So if we do investigate and find out that, hey, listen, during the court order between 2007 and 2014, and if he did violate it, then hey, then we know we got a real gangster.
But he did. Because
okay, well, this is news to me.
If, for instance, the court in 2007, right, ordered him, placed an injunction to prevent him from representing any other companies. Well, according to the Punch, he met with the Right Honorable Hubert Ingram or approached the F&M administration in 2009.
Oh, okay.
Well, that is a violation of the
course
court,
it is.
of the court order.
Of course it is.
So you see,
He should have been jailed.
So you see how this man is so slippery. He's like a snake.
So let me see the document.
Right? Look to see WhatsApp because I just had Jeremiah sent you a copy
really?
in your WhatsApp.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
So here is a man.
We know which number they sent it to?
Your cell phone. Go to your personal cell phone. Right? Here we have a situation where Peter Kruger had been issued an order to prevent him from representing any company. I think the Guardian has it somewhere. And that would have happened in 2007. Let's see. The story in the Nassau Guardian is written by the light-skinned Negro man, Travis Cartwright Carroll. Oban non-executive chairman Peter Kruger, who sat next to Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis on Monday, and signed a heads of agreement for $5.5 billion oil refinery and storage facility in Grand Bahama, pled guilty to the first-degree felony of organized fraud in 2006, according to a document on the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission website. The order dated July 3, 2007, made findings and imposed remedial sanctions on Peter Kruger and his father, Sheldon Kruger. On November 6, 2006, Peter Kruger pleaded guilty to the first-degree felony of one count of organized fraud in obtaining property value at more than $50,000 in violation of Section 817-034, subsection 4, subsection A1, Florida statutes, the document said. It continued. On November 6, 2006, the same court entered a judgment in the criminal case against Peter Kruger based on his plea agreement. The court sentenced him to 7 years of probation, during which he may not be associated with or be a broker-dealer or investment advisor, and to joint payment with his father, Sheldon Kruger, of $1,292,129 in restitution and fines, and payment of $7,373 in costs. The count of the criminal information to which Peter Kruger pled guilty allege, among other things, that from March 2000 until approximately January 2001, he engaged in a scheme to defraud and obtain money from investors in the KFSI fund or clients of Kruger Financial by false representations or promises. The document noted that Kruger controlled and was a principal of KFSI Equity Fund, a now defunct hedge fund for which he also acted as an unregistered investment advisor from May 1999 until January 2001. The order made similar findings against his father, Sheldon Kruger. The SEC concluded that the Krugers would be barred from association with any broker, dealer, or investment advisor. The Nassau Guardian reached out to Peter Kruger for comments, but was unable to reach him up to press time. On Monday, the Minnis administration signed a heads of agreement with Oban Energies to build a $5.5 billion oil refinery and storage facility on Grand Bahama. Kruger, who said he has no ownership in Oban and is more of an ambassador, signed the heads on behalf of Oban. In 2005, in a separate matter, the U.S. SEC filed a civil complaint against Kruger, his father Sheldon Kruger, and John Mayday. According to the complaint, Kruger, his father, and Mayday, the principal of KFSI Equity Fund, were accused of violating the federal securities laws. The complainant alleged that from June 1999 to December 2000, KFSI misappropriated more than $3.7 million of investors' funds. The matter was settled in 2007. The complaint alleges that Peter Kruger used a company corporate credit card, of which at least $527,446 KFSI fund money was used to pay the balance for more than $160,000 for personal items such as dental visits, taking his pets to the veterinarian, designer clothing, jewelry, and high-end home entertainment systems. When contacted about the matter, on Tuesday, Kruger said that while he was the owner of KFSI, he was not actively involved in the company. My name was on the door and the papers, he said. We have some employees that made some very serious mistakes. So there was a court order prohibiting him in 2007 from doing these things. But by 2009, we rely on the Punch. The Punch reveals that he had approached the Hubert Ingram administration. So this man wasn't listening to no court order. He couldn't fool Papa. Listen to me. You couldn't fool Papa. I talked with Hubert Ingram, you know. When I sit down with Hubert Ingram, sometimes I even ain't got to talk. Because Papa can communicate with me in mysterious ways. You hear me? He couldn't pull out on Hubert Ingram because Ingram has good nostril. He could smell a crook 6 miles away. All right? So I want my spiritual advisor to stop it. We're not playing that this man has come to Jesus. All right? We're not playing that. And I want you to recognize, spiritual advisor, that the F&M is on the wrong track. And this here demonstrates that Minnis is not ready for governance. They're selling out the country. And look who they're selling it to. Crooks. Crooks. This man, Hoyt Clicquot. All right? Hoyt Clicquot. I got somebody on the phone?
And I would agree with you, Mr. Market, that the country should not engage in business with people who are known to be corrupt. I would agree with that.
And then don't tell me that the person is now safe.
But I was just looking at the possibility during the 7-year probation, he may have cleaned up his act. I was just looking at that.
Listen to me.
He may not have violated the court order.
Listen.
But if he did, then yeah, then it's a bad thing.
No. Even if he complied with the court order, his character is such that I could think of no one who could convince me that a reference on his behalf is good. Come, man, don't get me upset today. Hello, welcome to Freedom Match.
Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Monaco.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Mr. Monaco, once again, I really got to say that your spiritual advisor is wrong on this. He's being biased towards FNM, and he's spewing out false and unreal truths about this man because FNM is dealing with him. That's the first thing. The second thing is, I want to say, if the Prime Minister didn't know about this deal, about the character of Kruger, and he's going through with it, that means that he don't care about the country, number one.
Yes.
Number two, if something is not wrong with the company, why are they in the Bahamas if this company so rich and so good? Why they have to come to the Bahamas instead of doing this in the States if they could have?
Yes.
That's another thing you would ask. Why
course.
here?
Why here?
Because he can't go to the States because of his reputation.
His reputation. But
His
he
reputation.
knows ministers are Negroes. All right?
He knows that ministers are not lawyers and they don't know nothing but legal work.
Yes.
So he could run circles around them. All he got to say is, I'm sorry, the way spiritual advisor is trying to say, and go ahead and use the people's money.
Yeah.
But remember, caller.
Another thing is, Minnis is giving him time to go look for the money if Minnis knows.
Right.
Give him a letter of a heads of agreement.
Yes.
That means go and sort the money quickly and come back.
And come back.
That's why Minnis can't table it inside the House of Assembly yet.
Not only that, this man being the kind of slickster he is, by the time he find the money, he'll be able to hide the money, and by the time Minnis figure it out, it will be
It'll be
another
too late.
statute of limitation.
It'll be too late because
Boy, your Negroes dumb.
They can't touch him.
Yeah, but caller, I'm only throwing it out, you know. I'm just saying that during that 7-year
Anyway.
probationary period. Just give me a second.
You're
But-
wrong. You're dealing with the people.
Okay.
You're dealing with the people money. You're wrong.
But all I said is that he may have cleaned up this
I don't
awkward and
care what you think he has done.
Okay, well,
You're
that's.
not God.
I'm just thinking that.
No, you're not God. You can't do
Okay,
that.
but,
That's the people money and the people.
Anyway, my brother.
You have to come with clean hands like Monko always say.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't come with dirty hands and then start working.
Yeah, his hands are dirty.
Okay.
Anyway, I got plenty of people on the
I know we
line.
live in a country we're totally unforgiving.
Hello, welcome to Freedom Match. Hello, welcome to Freedom Match.
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Monica.
Yes, ma'am.
Boy, you on the right topic today.
I thank you.
I'm with you now to Mr. Spiritual Advisor.
Hey.
Do you think Mr. Minnish should go and deal with that man, knowing that all this money Clico have out here, my money is in that deal, I'm waiting on my money. You don't think Minnish should try and see if he could clarify the Clico business first before he go and mix up with that man? Try
Well,
to see how much money he can get
let's-
back from that man.
Like I said, I don't think the government should be involved with anyone who does crooked deals. But I'm just saying, for some strange reason, this young man, this Mr. Kruger, was cleared, and he sat around the
Stop
table.
telling me he was cleared. He
I'm
was
just-
not cleared.
But he sat
never
around.
get clear 'cause I ain't get
But he
my
sat around
money
the table
yet
with the
from
government.
My
Clico.
spiritual advisor, please
What
stop
does that
it.
mean?
I
I'm just
ain't get
saying.
my money from Clico yet, so he can't get clear.
He ain't clear.
So, but I'm just saying, he sat around the table with the government. How
That's
did he get
because
there?
Menace is mediocre.
Okay, well,
Menace mediocre. The man is mediocre.
And I remember telling Mr. Munker, please see if he can get Mr. Minister to go around the table to see if he can get Clico money in, because plenty of us are still waiting.
Well, since Mr. Kruger is here, this is the time for us to get our placard and
Yeah, and
march
go
on
march.
him.
Go to Mr. Minister's office.
Yeah. They got
I
the
would
man
too.
here. We're trying to find this man. Finally,
Yes.
the
we need to get him,
Philistine
'cause
has
half
fallen
of
in
us
our
are
hand.
sick. We need that money. Thank you very much, sir.
have a
nice
great day.
Okay.
You too. Bye-bye.
Hello. Welcome
Okay.
to Freedom Match. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Monica.
Sir,
How are you doing today?
listen, the spiritual advisor have my pressure up high.
Today is my wife's birthday, and I want to shout out goals to her.
Today's your wife's birthday?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
She must be a wonderful woman. What's her name?
Wynetta Bullet, and it's coming from Jack Daniels Winifred Bullet.
Hold on
What's
a
your
second.
name?
What's your name is?
Jack Daniels Winifred Bullet.
Different brothers. Okay.
Jack Daniels?
Happy birthday to your wife, man.
Okay.
Happy birthday to her.
Jesus, you got me punched drunk with Jack Daniels.
You
but
want something to drink?
Oh, man.
What's the wife's name again? Forgive me.
Wynetta Bullet. B-R-N-E-T-T-A.
Mrs. Wynetta
Bullet.
Bullet. You must be a wonderful
In Freeport.
lady in Freeport, because all the people who born February 22nd, they are good people.
Yeah, she's a good lady.
You're a good lady, and happy birthday from your loving husband, Jack
Happy
Daniels.
birthday. Absolutely.
And of course,
You're a good man, Jack.
Jack.
Is that the Honey Jack Daniels or that's the
No,
regular
no.
one?
That's the black one.
Okay. Anyway,
All right.
we
Oh,
wish
good
her
evening, man.
well.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
This
You're
is
welcome.
powerful. Hello, welcome to Freedom March. Hello?
afternoon.
Yes,
Good
sir.
afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon to you, gentlemen.
Yes,
Good
sir.
afternoon. How you doing?
I call in concerning this Kruger or Krieger, whatever your name is.
I call him Kruger.
Listen, what I will ask spiritual advisor, right? Because
Yeah.
he like taker for the FNM.
No. Don't say that. I just look
That's
at
right.
possibilities.
That's
See,
how I see him.
remember-
If an employee for a bank, right, get charged for stealing by reason of employment, right? He go to jail, do his time. What chance you think that person will ever get a job in that bank again?
Not that bank, but he may get a job at another bank.
No!
Hold on, we talking about all right. Remember what he did to the Bahamas with Coleco and the Next Insurance? They're still the Bahamas. Why should he get a job in the Bahamas again?
I don't know. Well, I just,
All
I
right,
just
that's
read
the
it out.
same what Mr. Monk
But
is
it
trying to say.
But it happened before. I know somebody who got in problems with one bank. Remember, I spent like 24 years
No,
in
we talk-
banking,
see, we-
and they were able to get a job at another bank.
You're talking country now.
Spiritual- Right, we talking country. We ain't talking no bank no more. We
But you
talking
used the
country.
illustration.
We talking about administration now. In the PLP or FNM administration, he did what he already had to do. What chance should he have to get a job in this country again?
To rip us off again.
To kill us this time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thank you, my brother. I think the spiritual advisor is better educated.
All right.
God bless you. Hello, welcome to Freedom March. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir. Speak to
How
me.
you doing?
I'm fine, sir.
Good. Listen, man. Then you need to put Dr. Menace need to take that man and put him on the stop list right away.
Immediately.
Immediately, and Mr. Rule, I mean, I can't see them sitting there and saying the stuff that he is saying to the Bahamian public. You know, that man, and take all the money from Clico and mess it up. And Bahamian, the people can't even get their money.
In fact,
So the government should put him on the stop list right away.
immediately. Immediately. Because listen, this is the first time we are able to put a face to the mess that took place at Clico. And it's Peter Kruger. Anyway, I thank you for your kind contribution, eh?
Thank you very much.
Okay. Hello, welcome to Freedom March. Hello?
This one, the woman, them.
Oh, hallelujah.
You on the right track.
Oh.
I'm so proud of you for what you're doing, fighting for us.
Oh, praise
that
God.
Kroger man take all our Clico money. I want my money now.
Well, we have to march.
Put fire to them. Put fire to them.
I say
and the
more
spiritual
fire.
advisor is wrong. He is wrong. He is wrong. Have a good day.
I thank you.
Love you, Mr. Manka.
I thank you, Lord. I thank you that around the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, thousands of women have rejected gender equality and is following the man now. Welcome to Freedom March. Hello?
Hello, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Monka.
Sir.
Greetings to you and the spiritual advisor.
Hey, good afternoon. How you doing?
And spiritual advisor, I found you to be intellectually dishonest. Just like the other day when the lady called in and you were kind of railroading the lady about if she heard what Mr. Turnquest said about the borrowing the money. Today you said, again, when the caller was making the comparison, you said you know the person that worked in the bank who did something dishonest and was hired by another bank. But we thought you kind of threw that in there to muddy the water, but if that person went before a court, and like this man went before a court, Mr. Kruger, that person had to get a police record to get that job at the bank. If that person was convicted and the court made a judgment in the same scenario as Mr. Kruger, that person cannot work in no bank because their hands are not clean.
Yeah, but and Mr.
They would have had an unclean police record,
That
like
is true.
Mr. Kruger.
That is true.
So you being dishonest.
I guess
That
you.
was muddying the water. What you did I call her?
He
Just wanted to point that out to you.
Okay, let me ask a question. You remember he brought the banking example to me, you know.
I know, but then you try to make the example illegitimate. But your implication was that the person got a job at another bank, but was the person brought before a court? Not all banks take persons before a court to deal with these matters.
Exactly.
But this man, Mr. Kruger, was taken before a court of law.
Let me ask you a question. Do you realize that there are people who do steal from banks, but they're not?
I know. I used to work in banking.
Right.
I know.
And
I'm aware.
there are times when they're not taken before the courts, but they do end up getting jobs in other banks. I mean,
And that is not the same example as what I'm pointing out to you.
Okay.
You're doing the same thing over again. Because you, Mr. Spiritual Advisor, you are not safe. I'm becoming more aware of this, Mr. Monka.
I need to
You
repent.
have to pray for your spiritual advisor.
I think I'm going to have to anoint him.
I need to repent, man. Yeah, I agree with you. I need to
Y'all
repent.
take it easy.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, good evening, man.
May the people rise up and condemn that which is taking place. Hello, welcome to Freedom March. Hello.
Good evening, Mr. Munga.
Sir.
Yeah, and good evening to Spiritual Advisor.
Hey, Reconcile, what's happening, man?
Man, I'm not happy because, Spiritual Advisor, I'm sure you know the scripture in Isaiah. Can a leopard change his spot? And can the Ethiopian change his color? This man is an international con man. He's a shyster. He's a scammer. This man cannot change. And he was... He'd fool the FNM because the FNM government is lucky. I see the Prime Minister in the Tribune headline, what's all the fuss about? You want to give away the Bahamian land and you you're asking stupid questions, what all the fuss about? And in the Guardian, PM knew about fraud claims. The Prime Minister is out of his element in this. He is lost and he cannot, in good faith, lead this country with, want to deal with gangsters. People of bad character, gangsters and shysters. And I think that the Prime Minister have to really come to the people and let us know that he ain't ready to do the job. Have a good day.
I thank you very much. Lord, I thank you that thousands of Bahamians around the country is
people cannot
rising
change?
up.
People cannot change.
Let
Mr.
him
Manka?
change in America. I don't want him change here.
It's amazing, eh?
Let the Americans who are sophisticated. If you'd like
to make a call.
The Americans are sophisticated. They can deal with him. Hello, welcome to Freedom March. Hello? Yes?
How you doing?
I'm fine, sir.
That's good, man. But Monkey, you're doing a fantastic job.
I thank you.
We need to get rid of the spiritual advisor. All he doing is singing for his supper.
Oh, have mercy on my spiritual advisor. Say a prayer for him, okay?
Keep it up, brother Monka.
I thank you, sir. You take good care.
Let's get this right now, Mr. Monka.
Let's take the next call.
I just threw it out.
Hello, welcome to... Oh, go ahead, my spiritual advisor.
All I did was I just threw it out. Mrs. Monka, I'm telling you this. I used to do bad things before too, you know. I used to do some terrible things.
You think...
If I tell you some of the things I did in the past, Mr. Monka, you would not want me to sit on this idea.
Listen.
But I do believe...
You will not confess your sins here.
So, I mean, I've changed.
Yes, but... If you committed an offense here in the Bahamas, you think them sensible white people in America can allow you to come here to swing them? You think they can allow that? No, sir.
Yeah, they may not allow me for maybe 7, 8, or 9 years.
No. You will never be allowed to do that here.
Afterwards, they may have decided,
Watch what Kruger said to Minister them after we catch him. He said, now, I know part of the company now. I am the ambassador.
Yeah. Which is strange.
Right.
He's a non-executive ambassador.
Right.
So, I mean...
Why Minister is signing with a phantom? This man is a ghost.
The company should have executives who can deal directly with the government. Yes.
He's a ghost.
Yeah, it does appear shady. Yeah, I agree with that.
He's a ghost.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Caller, hello. Welcome to Freedom March. Can you hear me?
Mongo.
Sir.
Manga.
Yes.
Top of the afternoon. Spiritual Vice, how you doing?
Hey, what's happening? You all right?
Hey, Spiritual Vice,
Hey.
you know, past 2 days, they've been all over you, man.
Yeah, and the thing.
But stay strong, Spiritual Advisor.
Yeah, absolutely. I will,
You
man.
sound like an F&M.
Mr.
Booyaka! Booyaka! Booyaka!
That's not right, Mr. Monica.
Booyaka! 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 Rrrr! Booyaka! I want you all to stop it. Because I'm angry. I am angry. I am angry.
Do you have something to say to the senator? Call Freedom March at 323-7775. Toll free from anywhere in the Bahamas at 242-300-0045. Freedom March with Rodney Monker, only on ILTV. March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live on 105.3 FM, The Beat. We're also broadcasting live on ILTV here in Nassau, Bahamas. Today, of course, is Thursday, the 22nd of February, 2018. My name is Rodney Monker. My spiritual advisor is Bradley Rule. Bradley, welcome back once again.
Thank you, Mr. Monica. Please forgive me, but I'm a very forgiving person. So
My spiritual advisor, go ahead.
Some folks tend to
You want to sell a
misunderstand.
crook?
No.
Put the camera on my spiritual advisor.
No, Mr. Monica,
and
no.
help him. Let him help the government.
No, Mr. Monica, crooked businessmen are not good for the country.
Go ahead, my spiritual advisor.
All right. So
I'm going to leave you alone.
No.
Tell the people
No, go
why.
ahead. Go ahead with your program, man. I was just throwing that out.
Okay.
But listen, I somebody sent you some information. I can't see it. So
Well, I'm trying to get it.
yeah, so
here now.
so I can read it. Because once the court order was violated, then
Right.
yeah, that is a major issue, and no one should be negotiating with him. Absolutely nobody.
Hello, welcome to Freedom Match. Hello?
So how you doing?
I'm fine, sir.
Question, Mr. Monka.
Yes.
Along with the Prime Minister, with the heads of agreement, along with Mr. Kruger, he, along with who all in the cabinet,
Right.
who all in his office, in the Prime Minister's office, sat down and did this deal.
Right.
Do you know?
No, I don't know. I'm going to assume that since Brent Simonet is the minister responsible for financial services, he would be, let's call him the chief or one of the chief negotiators.
Okay.
Then we know
good.
that Peter Turnquest, who's the Minister of Finance, he has a big ego. So he also would be negotiating. And then as Prime Minister will have to show the two of them that he is smarter than they are.
What about the twin, Carl Bedell?
Well, you
Do you
know,
have anything to do with that?
well, chances are Carl or his twin would have advised Dr. Minnis.
So question, Mr. Monka. Mr. Monka?
I'm listening, comrade.
Yeah, so shouldn't all those persons, along with Mr. Hubert Minnis, be somewhat reprimanded?
Reprimanded? They have to resign. Minnis must resign,
So
yes.
you need to get all these persons' name, whoever sat down and allowed this mess to happen.
Once the Prime Minister go, Paul Adley once said, if you kill the pussy, the kittens will die.
So what you plan on doing this, Mongo?
Well, you see, the opposition must do its job. Fred Mitchell is chairman of the PLP. And he must now call all citizens to action. And I'll help them. Because Paul Adley say, hold on to the pussy. Once you hold on to the pussy, the cat will die.
Things can happen in this time, man. I know this desperation time for the F&M. The desperation.
Yep. Yeah. That's what we need. Political action. I don't know why the PLP don't call me in. Because I know how to march. And I know how to prepare placards.
Make it happen.
And I'm leader of the woman them. And Paul Adley has taught us how to do it. Hold on to the pussy and the cat will die. The kitten will die. Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Senator.
God save the Queen.
Advisor.
Hey, good afternoon. How you doing?
How are you now? You've been very, very helter-skelter from him. Because, right, let's say these little young boys, right, who call for the joint, isn't that life warrant?
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Go ahead.
These
Sorry.
young boys with one joint, they go before the court, and the magistrate get them guilty.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it life finished?
Not really. It goes against their record, and then after maybe 7 or 8 years,
So let's say, right, this man went before a state court judge.
Mm-hmm.
Then he went before a federal judge.
Mhm.
The FEC is federal.
Mm-hmm.
So he be found in 2 different federal courts.
Mhm.
You know that man is a convict. He cannot vote in the state of Florida. He cannot vote. He can't buy a gun. He is now deemed a convicted felon. Period. So why are we dealing with him? He's a convicted felon. He's like Robert Vesco and like Robert Chappell. They are felons.
Wow.
They are persona non grata.
Wow.
He cannot change. He's a leopard until he dies. He went before a federal judge.
He was just placed on probation, you know.
No,
You realize that?
He pleaded guilty.
And yes, so he was fine, and he was placed on probation for 7 years.
Anyway, caller, I think you have scored a touchdown.
What happened after the 7 years?
But I'm saying, right? They're going to do their homework before they get his man. That is man going scouting for money.
Yeah.
Is he going to come back here with the money?
Yeah.
Or will we go and chase him?
You are correct.
What are you doing with this, with the government signature on that LOI? Where are you going?
I don't know.
Or what are you going to do with it?
The last time we had a LOI, they put all kind of hell on Christie because Christie didn't fire the LOIS. Now Menace is the chief LOIS, but you take good care.
Yeah, that man now.
I have the court case in my hand.
A convicted felon.
Okay.
Period.
I thank you.
Felon, Mr. Whoever he is, Kruger. Peter Kruger.
Yeah.
Felon.
Thank you, eh?
Yes, all right.
Okay, any more people on the phone?
Yes, hello.
Hello, my love.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Listen, I'm so upset.
Oh, I wanted to know if you. Good afternoon, spiritual advisor.
Hi, good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon. I was calling to wonder if you can send a shout out to my mother. She's 82 today.
Today's your mother's birthday?
Yes, her
Listen.
name is Leotha Wiley. Spiritual
Leo-
advisor, you should know her.
Leotha Wiley.
Pinewood Gardens.
Oh, really? Oh. Yes. Happy birthday to your mom.
All right.
Tell her I say happy birthday.
All right.
And God bless her.
Mrs.
Absolutely.
Leotha Wiley.
Wiley.
Mrs.
Yes.
Leotha Wiley, listen, you see, you got a wonderful daughter. She remember today is your birthday. And all the people I know who was born February 22nd, they're some of the greatest people on the face of God's earth. So I want to wish you a happy birthday, and I want you to live long and healthy and have plenty grandchildren.
I could do some shout out to some of my people.
Okay.
Can I do a shout out to some of my people?
Yeah. Anybody else on the phone?
Hello.
Hello, my dear.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Moncur.
They sound like Mama.
Yeah.
It's Mama. Good afternoon, spiritual advisor.
Good afternoon. How you doing?
I called to cut your backside.
Again?
Yeah. Mr. Moncur.
Yes, Mama.
What I called for, whenever you have a chance, please give me a call. It's important.
Okay, Mama.
But that, okay, another thing.
Yes.
The FNM, when they came into power,
Yes.
they say they come to clean up corruption.
Say that one more time, Mama.
They say they come to clean up corruption.
Who came to clean up corruption?
The FNM.
Okay, then.
If they come to clean up corruption, why are they entertaining gangsters?
My God, Mama.
The way it sounds, this man he's a gangster,
Yes.
con artist, and everything that comes along with it.
Ministers love them kind of characters, you know.
If he ripped off Cleo,
Yeah.
British American,
My
and
God.
now he come back to rip the Bahamas,
Yeah.
when would it stop?
When will it stop?
Please put this man on the stop list immediately.
Oh, Mama.
There's no more Lucky in the Bahamas. And spiritual advisor, the people
Yes,
from
ma'am.
Plico who didn't get paid. It looked like you taking up for this man. You and the prime minister pay the people
No,
off
man, I'm not. Mother, oh, Lord.
from your money.
Mom,
Not our money, from you and the prime minister money.
Mama, if you was on TV, I would just show you. Watch this right hand. When you see the spiritual advisor and the prime minister, you say, Booyaka!
Yes, sir, but what happened right now?
Yeah.
I was watching TV, but it went off. I'm not seeing you all. I have flow. I'm not seeing anything.
We're on radio, you know.
Yeah, but I'll have to come in the kitchen to go to the radio.
Hurry up, run to the kitchen. Don't fall down, Mama. It
No,
is
I can fall down.
105.3 FM, The Beat.
But I want to find out from you, what is dildo? Dildo.
Now, Mama, it is a worldly object that is used for sexual gratification.
Oh, my Lord.
And when the police raid it, they grab the drugs, they grab the gun, and they took the people dildo.
They carry everything.
Yeah, and that piece was not against the law.
Yeah, but praise the Lord, they carry all of them.
But
so
I
they
think-
won't be able to use it on nobody.
Okay, Mama.
Thank you kindly.
Mama
Don't
said
forget,
that's
give me a
it.
call, please.
I shall give you a call, Mama.
Okay, baby.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Mama is trouble.
Sir.
Mr. Monka, I want to look at this from a different point of view.
Okay.
What is the commission on $4 billion?
Wow! Flesh and blood did not reveal this to you. My maths is not too good.
But I know it's more than 400 million.
Wow.
Definitely over 400 million. So
who's getting
he
this
could
commission?
take that money and clear up Clico and make Minister look like a old hero again, bring jobs and clear up the Clico.
But chances are an F&M...
Chances are he would even he'd take the money, clear up Clico, he'd take the money and run.
No! Or there could be an F&M in the background who's going to get the 10%.
There you go again.
Boy, oh boy. Listen, you smart. But minutes them get swing.
Let's dig up on it some more, Mr. Monka. You're doing a good job. Let's dig up on it. And spiritual advisor,
Hey, what's up now?
sorry for you. Use my boy, but sorry for you.
I can take my licks, man.
I thank you.
It ain't the licks that counts, Mr. Advisor.
Mm.
You got to be real and you got to be straight because you are the spiritual advisor.
Yeah. And I depend on him.
But remember now, I just threw it out, and then, you know
Yeah,
what?
you throwing it out as muddy in the water. You be
You
muddy
think
in
so?
the water for the F&M again.
No, I just asked a question. As,
Yeah, you just ask the question.
Right.
People can take the other way, and that's bad. You can't be doing that, man.
Anyway, caller, I thank you for your contribution. I got plenty of people on the line.
Yes, sir. You have a great day, Mr. Monka. And you too, Mr. Spiritual Advisor.
All right, you take care, man.
Hello, welcome to Freedom
Hello,
Map.
Mr. Moncur.
Yes, ma'am.
And spiritual advisor.
Hi, how you doing?
Okay, listen,
Good.
Mr. Moncur, you think minutes alone shouldn't take all this blame? What about Turnquest, Diagala, Seminet, all the businessmen inside there, and especially the one with dealing with the money, the Turnquest man?
You are correct, but don't forget now, the buck stopped with the Prime Minister.
So you think he's being advised with wrong men around him? The man might be a good man, but all around him.
Well, he chose those men. You follow my point?
That's true.
He chose those, and I want to take you back to the Paul Adderley philosophy. Paul Adderley once said, if you grab the pussy, the kittens will die. You follow?
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
and all those praying prophets in it.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Moncur, spiritual.
Okay, good evening. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Okay, take care.
It was time for the PLP to mobilize and go after the pussy. And once you grab him, the cat will die. Ah, boy. Anybody else on the phone? Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Hi, good evening, Mr. Moncur. How you doing?
Listen, I'm here struggling with corruption.
Hi, good evening, Mr. Moncur. And how you doing?
I'm fine, my love.
I'm to spiritual advisor. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. You all right?
Mr. Moncur.
Yes.
If you remember, and I think you should, and spiritual advisor too. Remember when the opposition was in, and that was minutes, when they were saying the PLP was borrowing too much money?
I remember.
You remember that?
Yes.
So here it is now. He in power. What is he doing? He borrowed much more money than the PLP borrowed.
Yeah. All he's doing is borrowing money.
Just a lot of money.
Meanwhile, he is firing the workers. You see, I would have had no problem if he was borrowing money to pay the workers. But I don't know what he's doing with the money. I really don't know.
Well, Charlie, you need to give me some because I could use some of that money too.
I think we have to march. If you see the PLP, tell them it's time to march. You hear me?
Yes.
It's Operation Catch the Pussycat.
I heard you say.
Yeah.
And the kittens will die.
Yeah, just grab the pussy. Okay. That is a fact. Anybody else on the phone?
All right, Mr. Moncur. Great show.
Do well, my dear. Folks, I told you that I'm driving taxi at Bahama. It is shocking to hear the reports of the tourists them. Bahama is out front. I mean, today, I went on the taxi line and the tourists them are talking so wonderfully about how Bahama looks and how professional the staff are. So it makes me feel great. Now, of course, I ran into two sets of women tourists who complained. One was on the 12th floor. One was on the 18th floor. She said, listen, we didn't have any, what you call them thing with dry your hair? Hair dryer.
Hair dryer, yeah.
And when we called for a hair dryer, it took too long for somebody to find a manager to make a decision. Listen, Bahama, if there is no hair dryer on the 18th floor, just tell somebody that we'll send one up. Tell the tourists we're sending one up and get it there. Then I talked with another set of tourists who told me they were on the 12th floor. They had hair dryer. They say when they push the plug in the socket, the bathroom lights start blinking fast, fast, fast. So I told them, I said, well, that is consistent with the theory that the Chinese construction company may have sabotaged Bahama. So we need to check those things out. But by and large, Bahama is leading the race. I also run into some tourists who told me that they had to leave the major resort on Paradise Island and check into Bahama. So the major resort no longer paying their room. It's not as beautiful as it used to be. So I want Bahama to keep up the good record, and I want the workers to continue to do good, because I'm getting good report. I do a survey, and when the tourists tell me something, I write it down. To the tourists who I took out east to that restaurant, I know you all are watching me. Listen, I told you all I was a talk show host. I told you all I will salute you all. So Joe and his family, listen, I'm going to wait tonight. You have that special number, you call me. And me, you, Mama, the wife, and the children, I'll take you all over the place. But I'm not taking you all to Arawak Key. I'm not taking you all to Arawak Key because the government has not turned on the light. And it's too dark, so I'm not going to take you all there. But any other place y'all want to go, just call me, and I'll take you there. I know you said you want to go to Arawak Key. You'll have to go there in the day. But I'm not taking you all in the night, okay? Because my government, the F&M government, would not turn on the light, even though the former Prime Minister, Hubert Alexander Ingram, is upset over it. All right? So I can't take you all to Arawak Key in the night. Okay? It's too dark. And you're all white people. Can't get no white people at Arawak Key in the dark. Because y'all going to be frightened. All right? So I can't. You see what kind of man I am? I told you all I was straight talking. So this is Freedom March. This TV station is called ILTV Studios. And we got radio. It's 105.3 FM. And as I told you all, tourism is the #1 industry in the Bahamas. And I'm trying to get my people to treat it as the #1 industry. All right? So I want you all to have a good time. I know when you're leaving. And I'll be on the line at some point this evening. Okay?
You get some text to read, you know.
My spiritual advisor, you have text? Because it's almost 6 o'clock.
Yeah, you don't, these people text you every day, Mr. Monica. You must pay attention.
Please forgive me.
Well, you must say
tomorrow.
You must say sorry to the people who text you, Mr.
I'm going to read the judgment against Peter Kruger. My people have sent it to me. All right? Read it tomorrow so y'all could understand what minister's doing. I don't know where the Prime Minister and his government head is, but I want them to straighten up. Prime Minister, I understand you're desperate, but my God, you don't need no crooks. No crooks for Grand Bahama. Read text, my spiritual advisor.
Good afternoon, Mr. Monka. Could you tell the people to leave the spiritual advisor alone, please? You all two are called the dynamic duo. The show was great, Mr. Monka. Spiritual advisor, yes, you were correct yesterday. They should go home and do their homework. Nothing is wrong with that. Mr. Monka, Moscow has ownership in the new oil deal in Freeport.
Of course,
you know anything about that?
That was one of the first things I told y'all. I said, listen, Moscow has resurfaced. I told y'all that. Okay? Now, there's a name I used to call. I can't call the name no more because the F&M told me if I'm man enough to call that name, Menace will call in Sabbats. That's what they told me today. They said, now let me warn you, Monka. You see how you used to call Menace's brother name? So don't call his name no more. Because if you call his name, the Prime Minister has taken a decision that he will summon Sabbats to come to the Cabinet Office. And when Sabbats come to the Cabinet Office, you will have to go on the taxi line forever. So as of today, I'm not calling the Prime Minister brother's name, okay?
Good evening, Mr. Monka. I think the government is borrowing the money to give to the people who they signed the contract with, to give them as part of the oil company deal. I believe our government has to give these people a certain amount of money as part of the deal. As you know, these old people might be on the dark side. Only one thing is that with Burma, I don't think the government kept their side of the bargain up. So then you know the rest of the story, Mr. Monka. Watch out for them. Thank you for your program, Mr. Monka. I really appreciate you and your program and your spiritual advisor.
I thank you. Senator, I'm calling and tagging and begging for your help. I am a resident of Baileytown, Bimini. Are you aware that Social Services Office is closed and have been closed since August? The social worker left in March and they have not replaced her. If we need help, we have to travel to Freeport. Every day residents go to the office looking for help. Oftentimes, there are disabled and seniors in need. The other day, there was an incest matter and the family had to travel to Freeport. Both the administrator and police role are angry because no social service support is on the island. We are calling every day and we have even talked to our MP, Ms. Parker. Still no response. According to report, the government no longer wants to rent from Mr. George Weish. Instead, they're waiting to go into the government complex. This is so wrong. Please help the resident of Bimini.
Good afternoon to all. He might be saying he's changed after what he already did. Seriously, Mr. Monica, one time is enough, but two times, and Mr. Menace still had an agreement with him, that's very irresponsible choice. Mr. Spiritual Advisor, this is for you. If you got bitten with a pit bull, are you going to allow the pit bull to bite you again? All right, interesting. This for you, Mr. Monica. Everyone is lawyer and doctors, but ain't teaching the people what you're teaching us. Sound like you're more intelligent than they are.
Well, I thank you for those kind words. Mr. Monka, Peter Turnquist knew the truth and set Dr. Menace up. He was the one who announced the signing of the LOI. Bahamas signing was also announced, but most heads of agreement are signed in the dark. We still don't know any details. How does the government jump straight to a heads of agreement without first signing a letter of intent to give the government time to do the research and get the environmental analysis and proved funding? Bahamians, take responsibility for your country. Mr. Monker, my God, Grand Bahama has suffered enough. The people there are living without lights and their houses are being taken by the banks. My God, they come to suck the life out of the people's noses. God save the Queen. My God, why have you forsaken this Bahamas? The people voted in an unsaved man, an abomination. Go ahead, my spiritual advisor.
Good afternoon, Mr. Monka. Spiritual advisor, you never cease to amaze me lately. Why is it that you don't see any danger in going in business with a notorious crook? How's that right? You need to gather money to go into business? I mean, do you, Mr. Spiritual Advisor? You need to watch out. You get your chair parked and held today. Stop encouraging or supporting a man who has shown he can do wrong.
I hope you people in the bushes or near or hear what the Minister of Immigration said. If you have any children, You're having sex in the bushes, having children, no citizenship. You are not entitled to no citizenship. You need to take birth control. Listen, don't listen to Brent Simmons. I'm going to deal with him next week. And I want Brent to stop it. Stop attacking my people, the Haitian people. Everybody who was born in the Bahamas and can prove that they were born in the Bahamas are entitled to citizenship. And I ask the Minister of Immigration to stop it before I lead a dance in the streets. And then today, early this morning, there was a raid. I thought the police and the immigration department overhandled the matter. They were to confiscate only items that are unlawful. The third item, I demand that they return it. They had no right to seize that.
Could have been packed with drugs.
It had no drugs.
It could have been packed with drugs.
Listen to me. It had no drugs.
Okay.
Okay? I have the intelligence, you know.
I know you do, Mr. Monk.
Yeah.
You always do. Listen, we got over 57 texts.
Read text. Read text, my spiritual advisor.
Good afternoon, Mr. Munker. Yesterday you asked Wood Island you can move to from this incumbent government. I suggest you can move to Nygard Key.
Wow. Peter Nygard has been trying to get me to come out there, you know. He invited me after hour, and I sent a message back to him. I said, Nygard, I heard you're not a saved man, and at my age, I can't jump in no pool naked. So I'm not coming.
Don't do that.
Read text.
Good afternoon, Mr. Monica and Spiritual Advisor. Mr. Monica, it's so wrong for you to be calling our Prime Minister stupid. You should know better.
I don't mean he's
as
stupid.
As a talk show host on TV.
I don't mean he's stupid like that. I mean he's
End of the
stupid
show.
like this. His policy is stupid. His association with an international gangster is stupid. Prime Minister, turn back. You're on the wrong track. Turn back, Prime Minister, before it's too late. Come, go talk to Papa. This is Freedom March. I'm fighting for the soul of my nation, the Bahamas.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Monker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2017. All rights are reserved.